This is the CX-5 Turbo 2.5 liter all-wheel drive turbocharged engine with 230 or 40 horsepower but 420 Newton meters of torque. This has more torque than a 3 liter turbocharged N55 BMW engine, and it has the same amount of torque as the previous Audi RS4 with 4.2 V8 from a family SUV, mid-size SUV. Okay, now I've done numerous walk-around videos of the Mazda CX-5. It is undoubtedly the most handsome mid-size SUV out there. You can even park this car next to a Lexus NX, Mercedes GLC. Okay, the Mercedes GLC is very handsome. I love the design of that car. You can also park this next to a BMW X3 or a Volvo XC60. A Volvo XC60 is pretty good looking as well. Nonetheless, what I want to say is it is brilliant, beautiful design, lovely looking car, and it looks like something that Lexus or Infiniti would, sorry for that, wasn't done by me, by Con. Okay, Con did that. Anyway, one very unique aspect that Mazda's evolved Kodo design language have done to their new cars is the complete removal of anything here. Look at all these new cars, BMWs, Mercedes. They try to make ultra aggressive side intakes. Some are fake, some are real, and it's just overboard. Especially these Germans. You have one thing that bulges out, another thing bulges in, and all that. It's just very busy. But what Mazda did is that they cleaned it up. They close up everything, smooth, very Italian kind of design. Very good looking. Alright. Of course, I hope it would have been better if there's no cut line over here. But nonetheless, if you want the front to jut out like that, that has to be built in plastic, whereas this in metal. Okay? So, the size of this car, the CX-5 has never been the largest in class. It is smaller than the CR-V, it is smaller than the Outlander, it is smaller than the X-Trail. Of course, the Outlander and X-Trail and the CR-V globally has a 5+2 option. There are 2 little child seats at the back where children can hop in. Alright? Strictly for children. Okay, and these are the rim designs, which are modern but not to my own liking. Okay, but I have no qualms against that. And if you see a Mazda logo with pass-through, means there are no radar components behind, means the car doesn't have adaptive cruise control or radar cruise control. Okay, this new grille design is very good looking, and again, it makes the logo feels as though it is floating. Very nice design. The chrome comes into the headlamp, very slim headlamp housing, projector headlamp there. Very nicely designed. Keyless entry, but it's the button type, not the sensor type. And then when you come to the rear, another slim rear tail lamp. And here says all-wheel drive. And look at that little red T, 2.5 turbo. This has been the variant that everybody has been waiting. Power tailgate, and Mazda designed the best tonneau cover at the back. One that goes up together with the boot lid so that your rear compartment is always covered. There won't be an instance whereby you retracted the tonneau cover and then after that you've forgotten about it and then you left it there as it is. But of course, the Civic hatchback has the best design. That one is just a small horizontal bar that you pull this way. That was genius. Alright, so you have some levers to release the seat, but look at that. One pull. Why are there 2 levers? Oh, very clever. This one drops the center, this one drops the whole thing. Sorry. It's spring loaded, so this umbrella will come in handy. Push it down. Okay, so it's 40-20-40 instead of outright 60-40. You have a very thick cover here with a spare tire, but after you remove the tonneau cover, you won't be able to slot it in between the inside the boot lid cover. How do I do this? Okay. However, if you are in a certain market whereby they don't spec the spare wheels, look at this compartment and this. See, there are no plastics hindering here. Okay, that means in certain markets there might be a CX-5 whereby it doesn't come with a polyfoam tool set holder. It doesn't come with a tire. It has maybe a tire repair kit or a little bag for all the tools, and then this indentation is very obvious that you can place the tonneau cover in. Okay, I like the finishing of this, so high quality. Even premium cars don't feel as quality as this. This is proper stuff, proper material. Okay, very nice. You get a 12-volt socket over here, very thick 3M carpets, but the color is a bit power tailgates with power struts. Alright, let's come to the rear seats. Let's push. I thought they designed something for the whole thing to go up together. That would be utterly shocking. Okay, there are no ways. Oh, there is. Oh, look at that. Damn, Mazda, do you need to spend this money? See this? It's a spring-loaded cover on the tonneau cover for when you want to recline your seats further. This is costly and rather nice. Okay, let's sit back here. It's not at as extreme an angle as the Santa Fe or the Harrier, but it's still a very nice seat back angle. I think it's more slanted than my Volvo. Very comfortable. And then the best armrests in the business are those from Mazda. Okay, look at that. You have two cup holders here. You have a phone holder, and the phone holder is rather shallow so that the ports jut out. Why? Because there is a USB 2.1 amp USB charger here where you can route your cables through these openings. Look at that. These are the pass-throughs for the cables to come here. A lot of thought has been put into this. Very nice compared to those with one cushion and two holes. Okay, then you have the rear aircon vents, rather tiny, but you get to adjust the airflow, unlike the Santa Fe that I just tested, which you can't. Okay, and just now I pointed out the railings behind. The Santa Fe has a very nice plastic cover to it, but this one is still alright because it's some distance away from the base of the seat. So my size 11 foot can put here and here, or I can slot in. Alright, headroom, very nice. Materials, fantastic materials. Alright, soft touch, leather stitch. The leather quality here, the stitching quality has improved a lot from Mazda over the years. Alright, the armrest, everything is a comfortable car. Not a big car, comfortable nonetheless. Okay, let's come to the front seats. I love the way they design it, where it's almost effortless. A kid can easily open it and close the doors. The door bins are wide, full length, and you can't put big bottles over here because if they do it this way, the armrest, if the armrest ends here, right, or they swivel this up here with the buttons like that, then that would be the perfect armrest. Audi does that. or you can put a large bottle over here. Still not a lot of complaints over here. Speaker grill here, it's alright. Some garnishing here, some metal trim, alright, very nice. This and setting chrome plated over here as well, very nice. Okay, so the seats, you have memory settings 1, 2, powered, and lumbar. Just come in here. 2.5 turbo. Where's the paddle shifter? I would expect that in a 2.5 turbo. And you get heads-up display. Damn, heads-up display. And then you get the huge digital cluster in the middle. That is from the Mazda 3. These are analog dials. This part is digital, but the implementation of this digital panel is done so well. If I compare this to the Santa Fe has a very obvious backlit portion over here. This one, the way they design it, the way they use, maybe is a OLED panel, because the black is very black. It seems identical, alright, to those plastic backing. And then even the lighting up of the fonts, the markers, all they gel really well. So this is pretty nice. And as I press info, and then it changes this, it toggles it. Very easy to use, very intuitive, very nicely done. Good job, Mazda. And I wonder, why is this higher resolution than those cameras? I think the 360 cam of this car needs a lot of improvement. Alright, this is obviously not the best out there. In fact, it might qualify as one of the worst 360 cameras in terms of resolution out there. Now, I like the augmented reality lines there, but again, they're very low resolution, and this doesn't even make full use of the size of the screen, which is unfortunate. It's touchscreen, and then there's only so much you can do, you know, contrast, nothing much, color, and then, but the touch, oh my god, the reverse camera resolution is poor, very poor. Why? Is this some local supplier issue or what? That's pretty poor. You get the side views, and then you get a whole stitched up view. Nonetheless, if there's a kid, you can see him or her. Okay, aircon vents, very high quality. Everything is very high quality in this CX-5. No wireless charging over here. No extensive ports over here as well. And only a 12-volt socket, but a nice compartment nonetheless. All these are well designed, but looks a bit smudgy because con. Cup holders over here. You get the Mazda Connect controller here, very high quality, this thing. And this one might look small and tiny, just a spot button, but I tell you, it transforms the transmission, how the car reacts. Okay, the headliner is pretty standard Japanese. Look at the Santa Fe one, it doesn't do this. Alright, this is standard Japanese fare, but everything else is high quality, lovely. You know, they could have put a frameless rear view mirror to give that atas feel, since Mazda wants to go high end. And look at this, it's a clear example of how different the quality materials are compared to the one in the Santa Fe. This one is higher grade plastic, padded over here, and then inside you have two USB ports, auxiliary, 12-volt socket, and a HDMI port, and an SD card. No HDMI, SD card, sorry. Alright, would have been nice if you can slide, but okay. So you have some compartments. No, you have quite some compartments. Now the only changes with the previous one is that the aircon control, has it been shifted? No more CD changer, thank God. Who uses CDs nowadays? And then the steering wheel is the usual Mazda steering wheel, the lovely steering wheel that Mazda has. Alright, great buttons, again like BMW. Same goes with the Hyundai, BMW-like buttons. Very nice. Yep, that's the interior. Visibility is great, but it's obvious from the Santa Fe to this that is clearly one size larger. How do I really judge the cars based on size? Based on the width of the center console, right? Bigger cars normally has a wider center console, and this one I can reach here easily. On the Santa Fe I couldn't. All right. Overall, everything is great. Small car, but nicely built. And when you jump off a Mazda into the other Japanese car makes, immediately you can tell the difference in quality. But of course, I would love if this leather, this is of a different color. Putting leather the same color as plastic just baffles me. It just baffles me. They could have done anything, any color to it, a dark blue or brown. Brown would be really nice. It doesn't cost you money. If it's brown, the seats are brown, and the car is red, it will look brilliant. It will look like a proper Italian SUV. Let's go for a drive.